Warm greetings from the high 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans, and thanks for joining me. As most of you know, the holler has so much talk as of late, and it's ridiculous and it's sickening, and it is a reminder to me of Cal City and the shenanigans and the fuckery and the lies and the clout chasing and the wanting to be seen and wanting validation. And it's sad to me. And there are so many people who go missing in America, children and adults, and their families do not behave the way this family has behaved, nor the family and outside participants in Cal City. And there are similarities and there are differences. And after this live, I will go live again pertaining to an update of the Cal City boys. And I would prefer to talk about them early than the 21st, which will mark a whole year that they went missing, because I don't want to talk about missing children the week of Christmas. That's just something personal to me, because to me, Christmas is a very special time of the year. And I just don't believe in reveling in foolishness the week of Christmas. Frankly, any holiday where you're giving thanks and trying to gather with people and be humble. As I was saying, I try to not judge many of the participants in this storyline pertaining to the disappearance of Summer Wells. Many people have had their own opinions pertaining to Mr. Lawson, the parents, the church members, Dotson, Dobbs, Robin, on and on. I prefer a receipt before I make any judgment as to anyone colluding, aiding, abetting, coveting in a crime. I'm going to play audio pertaining to Candace filing charges against said social media platforms to make a point of the title of my video, because I'm going to make you backtrack to the beginning of the story to why I put that title up and what my point is in this video. So know that anything that I do, I'm meticulous, very meticulous, and I always bring the bang, because I don't shuck and jive around the subject. So this audio I played last night pertaining to the subject matter at hand, I will play again to bring a point pertaining to Mr. Lawson possibly being a pawn in this game, pertaining to Donald Wells and Candy Wells. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. If you need verification for the information I'm about to play, you can go into the YouTube queue to get the verification. WATE Knoxville News, Channel 6 is the source. This was uploaded 21 hours ago. Thank you for joining me. Hold on one second. Thank you.
Ronnie Lawson tells our sister station WJHL in the Tri-Cities the next step for Candace Bly is to seek arrest warrants if she wants to pursue charges. Summer Wells was reported missing from her Beach Creek home back on June 15th. The Amber Alert for her is still active.
Okay, if you didn't catch that, because it cut off, kind of hard to hear. It starts off by saying Ronnie Lawson has told Miss Wells that she can seek arrest warrants if she like to against the said people who she feels violated her rights at her property. That's incident number, God knows how many. My first incident will be in the beginning of the story with Mr. Lawson. I do believe he had a problem with the searches pertaining to Summer Wells. At one point, I thought that he wanted clout. He wanted acknowledgement for finding her, because there was some issue with the rescue group out of Ohio and the local Churchill group. And there was some issues of texting and non-texting, non-response. And I didn't know what was going on. And I just felt like, what am I missing here? You all are supposed to be searching for a kid, and you're at odds with not responding to a text, which, you know, the guy from, I believe it's Mr. Rader, from the Equa search had a point. This is business. You don't text for business. This is with the Churchill Group. You don't text for business. This is real business. You're talking about a missing child. So I believe in being professional, because many people will tell you, Angela doesn't like to text. You can't call me on the phone and talk to me. We really don't have anything to talk about. I'm not a kid. Now, some of you like texting. Some of you old ass folks like texting. Yeah, I'm going to call you out because I can. Some of you like texting. But see, the gist of the story is texting can get misconstrued because sometimes you break up the words because you don't want to keep texting. But if you got something important you're trying to say and it's of relevance, then you need to make it a complete sentence. So once again, issues of texting back and forth, non-responding, blah, blah, blah. Search has been called off. Everybody's wondering what the hell's going on. Hey, is this man serious? Does he want to find Summer Wells? So I'm going to ask him in this live. Ronnie Lawson, do you want to find Summer Wells? Is there something we're missing? That's first and foremost. Your issue with the search in the beginning. Number two. Not much detail to bring to the forefront, which we understand. This is an open investigation. You can't tell us much. Okay? So I want you to keep in mind what I'm saying to you. The attitude about the search is very important, because are we talking about people who are clout chasers and wanting acknowledgement to find Summer Wells, not wanting others in? And Mr. Donald Wells, number two. A commenter wrote in my comment box. They're the reason I'm on this live right now. So you can thank this person who put this comment in the comment box. How is it that Donald Wells, thank you, sweetheart. How is it that Donald Wells returned home last fall of 2020, got into an altercation with Candace, her mother, this mysterious Jose, allegedly pulled out a gun. He got arrested. Obviously, he got out, did not do any long stints in jail or prison. Candy dropped the charges, but you, sir, let him out knowing he's a felon with the gun. Come on, Queen, bring it to him. Thank you, commenter, for that. Exactly. So, Ronnie Lawson, what are we missing? You see, I never talked bad about you because I always like people to get enough rope to hang them damn selves. I let people do their own hanging. You don't need any help from the Queen because I don't know you. But I've sat back and waited before ever saying anything derogatory about Mr. Lawson. I can say what I need to say about you now because there's something suspect with your ass. And I'm going to bring it to you. Number one, the search for Summer Wells, calling off the search. All the hee-hawing back and forth between the entities pertaining to the search months ago. Very unprofessional, and it looked suspect. Two, rumors that you are related to Mr. Wells. Some say no, some say yes. I don't really care. I always say, bring me a receipt to show bias. Bring a receipt to show bias. That he's showing bias in this case, that he's related to him or not. Bring me a receipt that Ronnie Lawson is showing bias in favor of the Wells. He's aiding this investigation to go nowhere because he likes them. He knows them. They're in cahoots. They're doing something unsavory. Bring me a receipt. Then number three, you let him walk around last year knowing he's a felon with a gun. That's an automatic couple years in prison, sir. So I'm going to ask you once again, what the fuck is going on with you and Donald Wells? I can say it now. I waited. See, I'm not like all these other Happy Joe folks out here that want to go in on everybody involved. I don't rock like that. Bring me a receipt. So now I think I got little bitty receipts. There's something going on. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But see, appearances is everything. And right now, everything looks grimy because you let a felon walk around shooting off a gun with children in a house, women in a house. You arrested him. You let him out. But you shouldn't have let him out because he's a felon, and the law is the law in this state. No felon should be in the possession of a firearm. Not now, not later, unless they have gotten their record expunged. So he hasn't gotten the record expunged as a felon for whatever crimes he committed out west. So once again, why was he free? It wouldn't have mattered that Candy dropped the charges for domestic assault. And obviously, you all dance by a different drum up in that holler, because up here in Knoxville, the state would have picked up the charge. It wouldn't have mattered if Candy said, I don't want to do it this time. I changed my mind. Not here. Not in Knoxville, Tennessee. Ain't no changing no mind. The state will decide for you. So obviously, you all got some redneck, hillbilly bullshit going on up in that holler. Come on with it, Queen. Number 4, the video audio I just played with you telling Candy Wells to press charges against the said social media group that came to Tennessee. And this goes to what I've said to people in the chat last night. Obviously, whatever they showed Mr. Lawson, law enforcement, of what allegedly happened on 110 Ben Hill Road is neither here nor there. He would have never told Candy to press charges if he felt like she didn't have a case and reasons to press charges. You don't. And there you have it. Okay? And there you have it. There you have it. Reason number 4. You heard it here by the WATE News. Ronnie Lawson has told Candy Wells if she decides to seek charges, she can. So whatever these people are saying in their commentary on YouTube or wherever else about what they showed and what they have on video, that don't mean shit. I wasn't there. I don't know who said what to whom. I don't know who invited whom over. I don't know who said yes. I don't know who said no. All I know is what the sheriff said. And if you ain't figured out, the sheriff reigns king. You all are playing a dirty game with the Wells. And some of you think it's okay, them going down there, you entitled to your opinion. I'm not even here to argue that, because that's not the point of my video. I moved on past that. I'm on to something new today. The point is, Donald should have had federal time when he discharged a gun last fall, 2020. That is the law. And you, sir, did not follow the law. Why is that? Why is that? I gave you a pass, Sheriff Lawson, because I didn't know you. But now I'm seeing some things about you that is not proper dough. And yes, I have been told a lot of frivolous things about your relative, whoever that guy is who shares the same last name. There's a lot of hanky-panky going on up there in that region. Illegal activities, drug-related issues. Not necessarily saying you have any involvement, but hell, maybe you do. I don't know. I'm not here to accuse you of anything. But what I am accusing you of is biasness in this case pertaining to Donald Wells, Candy Wells, and the disappearance of Summer Wells. You are showing bias. You are showing favor to these goons. They have been misfits their entire life. They have not redeemed themselves. They have not repented. There's no way you could tell me these two care about God, Jesus, Noah, Job. They do not care. They've never cared. They've lost all their children. And as Dr. Phil loves to say, past behavior is indicative of future behavior. And yet you've aided these people. Then we go back to issue number 5 of these women giving alcohol to children. So I'm going to say it again, as I said in my live last night. Did these people press charges with law enforcement pertaining to the alcohol use by Candy's children and their children? If not, then there's your problem. Number 6, did you file a complaint with the state of Tennessee? You see, talk is cheap. I don't want to hear no he said, she said. Bring me a receipt. Why didn't you file charges? And if you filed charges, bring the receipt to show us that law enforcement did nothing out of Hawkins County. See, that's how you get results. You bring a receipt. You show the world, hey, this is what happened. You see, talking to a YouTuber is cute for the moment. Come on with it, Queen. They ain't ready. Because somebody about to get their feelings hurt. You talking to a YouTuber, but see, a YouTuber that's got some real game about themselves would have said, show me a receipt that you filed charges against Candy and Don Wells for subjecting your child with alcohol, and that you saw and heard their children were drinking alcohol. Show me receipts that you had a court hearing to go to court on these allegations of alcohol uses with your children. Yes, exactly, Gypsy, back it up. Don't come telling me nothing about Candy and Don. Somebody was giving somebody alcohol. Pookie was drinking out a sippy cup with some Robitussin and some whiskey. Bring me a receipt. You see, you all are doing just what you was doing with Cal City. He said and she said, and clout chasing and wanting to be seen. And yes, it's a job up here when you really do your work with these stories. See, I do my work. I don't sit in front of the computer, jacked up, looking crazy, just talking because I'm bored. I can do that with the computer off. I can call Pookie and do that. Hey, Pookie, let me tell you what they did yesterday over there on 15th Street. Stay woke. Yes, because I'm serious about this. Because I don't play about them kids. You see, this has been a game, just like Cal City, just like some other ratchet-ass stories. It's a joke to the people. Ain't you to figure it out? That's the reason why the children were abused. That's the reason why the children are missing. That's the reason why the children in the state's care. Same thing with Cal City. They ain't even got their kids back. Almost a year later. Come on with it, Queen. Bring them that knowledge. Because you were foul. You've been foul. And they don't got nothing to do with social media. You see, your sins will find you out. Every time. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, but they will find you out. How you doing? This case is reminiscent of Cal City, the gossiping, the endless storytelling, made up stuff. He said, she said, Pookie, Ray Ray, the realtor, the this, the sister, the brother, the cousin, the this. But in the end, the one thing that none of you people can bring to the table, you YouTubers, you crazy ass people chasing and doxing folks, you can't produce them damn kids. With all your digging and searching and verified searches, you ain't brought them kids back. You all up in the registrar's office and Pookieville office and, oh, let me tell you what the clerk said. And the clerk said they own the housing. The clerk said they bought the housing. Oh, the clerk said they bought the car. The clerk, my ass, where are the children? Been verified that. Been verified 2 little black boys out of the desert. Bring me the babies. Been verified. Pookie was related to Shamika. Shamika was related to such and such. His daddy was married to this person. Bring me Summer Wells. You all up in them folks' dresser drawers wondering about who the fuck they was related to. Where is the baby? Where are those little boys? You people are lost. And you stay in the chat with links and, hey, you need to go over here to Pookie channel. Hey, I don't need to go no damn where. And I ain't going nowhere. Not now, not never. I move the way I want to move. You see, I'm not no donkey. I'm not no channel hopper. I ain't going from channel to channel because I ain't lost nothing over there. I ain't lost nothing over there. People pitting one person against the other. 1 minute they all cool, huddled in a circle like a bunch of rats nibbling on cheese. And then the next minute the house of cards fall. Now everybody talking about this one and that one on the YouTube channel. Ain't y'all figured out this is a game from the people involved in the story, the people who were supposed to be raising the children, loving the children, to the goofy ass people putting content up on their channel to get the almighty dollar. You ain't woke. And then yet you get so disgusted when shit don't go the way you want it to go and they ain't saying what you want them to say in their content. Then you mad. Then you go jump to another channel. You jump in the chat and tell that creator, well, they said this over here and I don't like their attitude and I don't like what she said over here and she's sneaky and they up on the panel doing this, but you ain't realized this is a game. These motherfuckers don't care nothing about these kids. Well, when you gonna realize that? So you keep jumping from channel to channel. You keep hopping from chat to chat. When your ass get tired of speed dialing, you'll sit down and wait on law enforcement to bring you to 411. Stop the foolishness. This is a game. Cal City is no different than Hollowville. Dirty people had beautiful children. Beautiful children are missing. And now in the state's care. End of story. It was never meant to be. They had no business procreating. They had no business adopting children. The game is the same. West Coast, East Tennessee, the game is the same. And then you got the goofy ass people falling in, acting like they're concerned. And you're falling in behind them, hoping they can aid something. But what you need to understand, how's a random person going to find a missing kid? Are you really that blind? If law enforcement can't find them, how is a random person going to find them? With what tools? He said and she said. Pookie said they saw him over here standing by the stop sign at 4:04 p.m. Bring me a receipt. Somebody seen these kids at the mall. Bring me a receipt. Somebody said it's human trafficking. They got sold, this and that. Bring me a receipt. You can't bring a receipt because it's all lies. You don't know where Cal City boys are, and you don't know where Summer Wells is. And that's the gist of the story. Nobody has any idea where the children are except for the dirty boogers that got them gone. That's the bottom line. And 9 times out of 10, it is the people who were taking care of the children that got them missing. That's from statistics. And the statistics don't lie. Rare occurrence that a child is kidnapped from their yard, their house. Cal City is exemplary of this. Ain't nobody walked in there and took no 2 little black boys out no damn yard. And ain't nobody walked up that broke-ass driveway in East Tennessee and stole Summer Wells. Ting. Class over. Ronnie Lawson, what are you gaining with this story of a missing little girl? Do you know something we don't know? Why have you been aiding this family in mischief and mayhem? Because if you saw evidence that the Wells spoke with these YouTubers or whatever you want to call them, then why are you aiding Candy to seek arrest? Why didn't you arrest Donald Wells on the gun charge of being a felon in the possession of a weapon? He should have got damn near 6 years for that charge alone. But yet he's free. So maybe there is something to the story. I don't believe in theories of conspiracies. I believe man does just what he wants to do. A woman does what she wants to do. I don't believe in cloaks and daggers and people chanting around candlesticks, chanting shit in robes. I don't believe in Illuminati. I believe people just do what they want to do. They manipulate and they see how far they can go. And they can manipulate if they have a pawn. Come on with it, Queen. You see, I can only go as far as you let me go. So therefore, with the whales, they've been afforded the opportunity to be misfits in that holler. Everybody running to YouTube with a he said and a she said, and I saw this, but you went along with the ride. You rode the ride. So why are you testifying now to a YouTuber? About what exactly? And as someone in the comment section said, I got some good commenters. If you heard somebody scream, don't do it to him, Queen. On June 15th, why the fuck you didn't call 911? Jody Sue. You heard somebody screaming back there in Hollerville and you didn't think to dial, excuse me, 911? What am I missing? No, you got information that Summer was missing and you decided to ride the ride like most clout chasers to say you heard somebody screaming. I don't think you heard a damn thing. And Mr. Lawson is debunking that. So what are we saying with that? Perhaps Mr. Lawson knows something. I don't know. But so far he's debunked two theories coming out of Hollerville pertaining to June 15th. And that is the scream and now the Tacoma red truck. He has now said he doesn't even believe that's of any relevance to the story. And my source told me that the Tacoma truck is a no-go. That they know who owns the truck and it has nothing to do with Summer Wells. And that's coming from somebody who immersed themselves in the case. They know all about it. They would not tell me what it was pertaining to, the person that owns the Tacoma truck, but it has nothing to do with her allegedly. So I'm going to say it now once again, Mr. Lawson. What is your stake in the game pertaining to Summer Wells? What do you know about this family? What do you know about the disappearance of Summer Wells? Are you actually aiding in the search to find this child? Or are you just wading the water and not really doing anything? Exactly. Ting. Yes, Flouncy. They all want a piece of the pie. Exactly. I can't let no TBI, FBI come up in here and find Summer Wells. That's my job. This is my house, my territory. Because that's how it's looking right now. As I said, I could be wrong, but I'm going by appearances. And right now, with this new footage coming from WATE, with you aiding Candy to seek charges against the YouTubers, you are biased. If I'm to believe, they got permission from Donald Wells to be on his property. And that's just the bottom line. There's some smoke in the city. And it's some funky smoke. And it's all at the expense of a 5-year-old little girl and 3 itty-bitty spiders who are now in foster care. So I'm going to say this before I check out, because I have another live to bring to you this evening. How far are you motherfuckers going to go with this story with Summer Wells? Jumping Jack Flash. Are we now getting ready to bring the circus to town, or has the circus already been to town? Come on, Queen. Ain't y'all tired? How far are you going to go to make a fool out of yourself at the expense of Summer Wells? Mommy, Daddy, Mr. Lawson, Jody Sue, Robin, all of you, YouTubers. How y'all sleep at night? That's what I'm trying to understand. I live in East Tennessee, and I haven't even been up to Rogersville, because there's always a reason for the season. You'll never catch the queen slipping. Not now, not never. I know my lane. And if part of me says don't go there, don't do this, then don't. I don't mind talking to the people in the town. That's expected. Hey, what do you think about this storyline? What do you think about this little girl missing? But when you start going up near people's properties, you should always know that there's a chance for there to be a jump off. Even if you're not even on the land, you're near the damn property. Still too close for comfort. And you're very lucky nothing bad jumped off back there. Because you see, the one thing some of you ain't realized, and it's sad that somebody has to tell you this, you keep fucking around with them wells, and you might end up like Summer. Did you hear that part? You keep on messing with them wells, going to grave sites, trampling on shit that is none of your concern, messy asses. You're going to end up like Summer. So keep going back there. All I'm going to say is the next time you busybodies want to trample up back through there, you better take a parachute with you, because you might need it trying to come off that damn mountain. Know when to fold. Know when to say, this ain't my place, this ain't my race, this ain't my time. And that's the bottom line. Nothing wrong with talking about a story. Nothing wrong with trying to get awareness to a story. But you have to be very careful when you start talking about certain things, because it can bring out the worst in others and also yourselves. And last week's fiasco is evident. It wasn't right. It wasn't meant to be. And you didn't know that until you went into the mouth of the lion. It was a grand setup. Don Wells set that up, in my opinion. I'll lead you in because you gullible and you thirsty for my attention. So I'm going to give you just what you want. Your 5 minutes of fame. Right now, I can't even really hate on Donald Wells on that instance, to tell you the truth. He gave you what you wanted. You wanted attention. You wanted to bring attention to Summer Wells, and Donald gave it to you. And Candy. See, the mouse decided to come out of the hole. Candy Bly Wells. Stay woke. You don't find it strange that it wasn't Donald Wells that did the pressing of the charges or filing the complaint? These people are tag team. You better wake your ass up out there. You cannot be this damn gullible. There ain't no way in hell you could be this gullible. Allegedly, you speak to Donald Wells. He said, yeah, come on over. You're supposed to go somewhere with him. He don't show up. And then, woof, voila, magic. Here comes all this hoopla, dirty name calling, yah. And now, charges filed by Miss Bly, who was nowhere seen in any of the actual footage of this shenanigans. And what is the queen missing? Yes, naysay rumor. Come on into the Wells corn maze. Easy to come in, hard to come out. Well said. Kind of like the Roach Motel. You may check in, but you may not check out. Never seen anything like it. But we know that's a lie. Cal City brings back all the memories of how dirty people can be, and low rent, and cry and moan about how they care about a child, But in the end, they don't care about a child. They don't care about the case because they don't care about themselves. You see, sometimes it's best to look at your own audio video of yourself and ask yourself, do you like what you see when you play it back? And then if you can say yes, then hey, that's between you and God. But know that there are always ramifications for anything that you do, whether you think it was a good idea or not. Mr. Lawson, what is your stake in the game pertaining to the disappearance of Summer Wells? Why are you aiding these people? Are you aiding these people? And if you are aiding these people into foolishness and mayhem, neglect of their children, evading said charges, why? Oh, I forgot. Number 7. When Donald Wells caught the DUI charge, he should have formally violated probation from October 2020's event. Oh, I've left that out. I'm so sorry. So that's 2 incidents. Discharging a gun as a felon, no prison time. You didn't pick up the charges, whether Candy dropped them or not. And then this incident with the DUI charges and the other said charges on the books, you let him go free when you should not have. Because he's a misfit. And you should have left him inside the jail and let the cards, the house of cards, fall down. Because in the end, the house of cards would have fallen had you left Donald Wells inside of jail. But Candy would have been on her own, to her own devices. And we know that she can't hang alone. And she would have shriveled up like a dried up ass raisin and broke. So now I am wondering, what is your stake in the game, sir? You're giving this man a pass. And as I had told people in the chat in many of my lives, what else have they done that we don't know about? And our good old sheriff has allowed them to get a free pass. If you want to donate to the channel, $Beganji 129 Cash App. Thank you all so much for joining me. I will be back a little bit later with another live. And I want to thank you all for your support. And God bless all of you. Stay safe. Happy holidays to all of you. Prayers to the state of Kentucky and the other neighboring states, Arkansas, Illinois, those who touched by tornadoes. Please pray for our neighbors because right now it is a dire time here in the South to the Midwest. At least 6 to 9 states were affected by those tornadoes that touched down last week. So we want to pray for our neighbors. God bless all of you. Stay safe. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Thank you.